Hi guys, and welcome back to your mat. Today, this little flow is going to be something that gets through the whole body and that gets us moving in some fun and creative ways. So if you would like, let's go ahead and dive in. We can start for this practice in a child's form. And we're going to keep this pretty mobile. So as you settle into your child form, it might feel supportive to know that this isn't a long hold. You can allow your hips to settle, maybe wiggling through them to aid in that. Take a nice deep breath in, feeling perhaps your breath on the backside of your body. Exhale to release. Let's do one more breath like that, paying attention to the backside of the body where it's often harder to feel the breath. And release. Go ahead and press your hands into the mat enough that your head and your elbows lift up. We're going to look toward the front edge of the mat, lifting the head just enough to feel a little bit of sensation in the neck. And then press even more, feeling the roundness of the backside of your body here. We'll crawl the hands off of the right side of the mat, anchoring down through that left hand in particular, drawing the left hip away. Take a breath in and out. Inhale back through center and then all the way to the left side of your mat. This time pressing down with your right hand, anchoring down with your right hip. On your next inhale, return through center. Go ahead and press into your hands enough to pull your way up into a tabletop form. And you can really root down through your fingers and also through the base of your index and thumb in particular, maybe providing some support for your wrists as you begin to rock front and back. Maybe you curl your toes under to bring the stretch into your feet as well. You might even be interested in turning your fingers out to the sides of your mat. Keep pressing in with just as much attention. And perhaps you do some figure eights with your shoulders, going one direction and then the other. And then we're going to crawl the hands back, find a seated form at the back edge of the mat. Inhale, arms up. On your exhale, right fingertips come down, reach over with the left arm. Finding some sensation of stretch here in the left side body. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, left hand comes toward right knee, right arm can cactus out to the right, perhaps finding an open twist. And wherever you feel like is your max twist, back off by about 30%. Keep the weight heavy in your sit bones here. From here, inhale the right arm up through center. We're going to reach across and over to the side, leaning back out of this left hand. And then inhale, come back up through center and exhale to the twist. So we'll start to do that with each part of the breath. Coming through center, exhaling left. Coming through center, exhaling twist. Let's do two more. If you really match it with your breath, it might become kind of a slower, more fluid movement. Last one. From here, let's lower the right arm, bring it all the way across to the left knee, and take a moment to round through the backside of your body, maybe rolling your head side to side. And then from here, reach the right arm back up. And then on your exhale, keep your left hand where it is on your left knee, right knee. Reaching your hand forward, we're going to guide that knee up and out so that we can plant the foot facing the long edge of the mat. From here, exhale, find that twist again, cactusing out the arm. You might inhale back through center and exhale. Perhaps you even add in that side bend. Last one, wherever you've landed. We'll all meet in the twist. And then from here, Bring both arms up. And then on your exhale, right arm can come down to the right leg. You can reach over with the left arm, finding some opening through the left side ribs. Soften your shoulders from your ears and think of rotating your chest through, keeping a long line of energy even in the bottom side of the ribs. From here, bring the arms out to a T. We're going to tilt over to the left, lower your left fingers down, find a stretch through your right arm. And then use the strength of your core to come up through center and find that mini side angle form. Back through center, lower to your left side. Back through center, lower right. We're going to do this once more. This time, as you lower left, you might even lift your right leg. Lower it down. Maybe you don't bring your elbow to your knee and you keep your arms lifted as they reach opposite directions. Inhale up through center. On the exhale, bring your hands down about equidistant from your left knee and your right heel, crawling them forward on the diagonal. We'll take a couple of breaths here. It can feel supportive to continue pressing down through your right foot. Gently crawl your hands back in. Plant your hands as though we're going into tabletop with this right leg still off to the side. Curl your left toes under. As you lift your left knee, right leg shoots up and back, finding a three-legged down dog. And on the exhale, knee toward nose or forehead. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. This time, as you exhale, bring it in. Continue to round forward. We're going to step that right foot outside of the right hand. Lower your left knee. Inhale, right arm up and open, finding this open twist. On the exhale, right hand returns to the mat. Lift your left knee up. Take a moment to rock back, straightening through the right leg any amount, and then bending back into it. Straightening and bending. Knowing that the motion of straightening doesn't need to mean that it results in a straight leg. It just means that we're working toward that and we're feeling some sensation that's different because of it. The next time that it's toward straight, take a breath here to inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, bend into your elbows any amount. Inhale, bend into the right knee, step your left foot wide as well, and find your way up at the front of your mat in an active squat. Take a moment here, and then inhale, rise all the way up overhead, catch opposite elbows. We're gonna lean over to the left. Inhale through center, lean over to the right. Inhale through center. On your exhale, active squat for a single breath in. Use the exhale to lower your hands to the mat. Left foot steps back. This time, keep the knee lifted as your left hand plants and we open the right arm up to the right. Open twist from a different vantage. Think of widening through your collarbones on the front side of your body here. Think of keeping your hips somewhat lifted even as you bend into your right leg. And then using an exhale, we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left armpit, crawl to the wide edge of the mat. Check that both sets of toes point forward, inhale, long spine. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. First one of the class, it might feel nice to catch opposite elbows or to crawl the hands back. Maybe to let the head shake out. And you can always bend and straighten the legs here too. That might feel supportive if being here still feels a little too intense. One more breath in. One more breath out. Lengthen your spine to look forward. We'll crawl back to the front foot. Plant your hands, step the right foot back. Take a moment in your plank. And then lower your knees and crawl your hands back. to our starting point. Right, same sequence, second side. So we'll start by inhaling, arms up. Exhale, left hand lowers to the left, right arm reaches over. Take a breath here. On your next inhale, return up through center. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left arm cactuses, find your twist. Again, notice that if we're using the right hand, we can really kind of leverage ourselves into a twist here, but we want to make it a more muscular twist so that we're not just wrenching ourselves into it. And so maybe you find your max and you back off about 30%. So it feels more supported by your body, that if you lifted your right hand up, your torso wouldn't really go anywhere. And then settle into your sit bones a little bit more intentionally. On an inhale, unwind, reach the left arm up and over so that we're hanging off of this right hand for the side bend. And then we're going to start to pulse between the two. So inhale through center, exhale, twist. Inhale through center, exhale, side bend. Inhale through center, exhale, twist. Inhale through center, exhale, side bend. One more cycle following your pace of breath. And then from here, inhale the left arm up, exhale, lower it to land on your right knee, round through the backside of your body, let your head hang heavy, maybe shake it out. You might even feel your shoulders drawing away from each other here. Gently ease out of this. We're going to inhale the left arm back up and come to kneeling. And from here, we'll keep the right hand on the left knee, lift that left leg to plant the foot out to the left, toes pointing toward the long edge of the mat. And same thing, we're going to exhale, find the twist, cactusing out the left arm, and then inhale through center. Exhale to twist. Inhale through center. Perhaps you add in that side bend. One more cycle. Bring everything up through center so that both arms are facing toward the left leg, shoulders are squared. And then on the exhale, we're going to bring left arm down onto the left leg and right arm reaches up and over, finding an extended side angle / gate type form. Think of rotating your lower ribs through, broadening through your collarbones. Use an inhale to come up through center with both arms. On the exhale, we're going to lower the right hand to the right and reach over. And then using the muscles of the core, we'll come back to that side angle. Let's do that again. Back to side angle, last cycle. We're going to lower the right fingers down. This is the time where you potentially lift your left foot up, crunching in, lower the foot. Maybe the hands stay floated as you reach them in opposite directions. Come up through center. And then exhale, lower your hands equidistant from right knee and left heel. Keep some pressure into that left foot, making sure the knee stays in that upright position. It doesn't fall in or out. And let your torso bow forward. One more breath here. Crawl your hands gently in, acting as though we're finding a tabletop form. And then from here, we're going to curl the right toes under, lift the left leg all the way up and back, three-legged dog. On your exhale, knee to nose, hips stay high. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it in, but rock all the way forward. Step that foot outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee to inhale, open twist to the left. Exhale, left hand lowers. Lift your right knee and step it forward and wide. Active squat at the front edge of the mat. Take a breath here. And then we'll inhale to rise. Grab opposite elbows in the non-dominant way. So whatever way you naturally do, switch it. And then lean to the right. Inhale through center. Lean to the left. Inhale through center. Maintain the bind this time as we find an active squat. And then release the arms. Use your exhale to hinge forward. Fingertips on the mat. Right foot steps back. Keeping the leg lifted. Plant your right hand and inhale, left arm open and up. Take a moment here to broaden through your collarbones, to stack your shoulders on top of each other. That might mean even changing the angle of your right fingers, pointing them more out toward the edge of the mat. And then on an exhale, left hand lands, step it back, plank form. From here, we're gonna find a downward facing dog and then lower elbows toward a dolphin pose, sorry. I had to say form and pose at the same time. Take a moment here to really press down through the hands, the wrists, the forearms, the elbows. Think of your elbows drawing gently toward one another. Maybe shake your head out. And then lower your knees. Look toward the front edge of the mat. Elbows are still down. We're gonna rock the torso forward. As the hips come forward, the elbows are gonna lift into the ribs. Your legs can begin to lift up off the mat in order to lower. And then shoulders draw toward one another. Heart lifts, cobra form. Exhale to release. From here, bring your right arm down at a 90-degree angle, fingers pointing toward the front edge. We're gonna look to the left, press into the left hand, bend the knees up, finding a gentle stretch here. Maybe your right ear rests on the mat. If you're here and don't feel much, you can always catch your left ankle with your left hand and plant the foot in front of your right knee so that that leg is planted knee towards ceiling. And then you can push into the left knee with your left hand. That might help your shoulders to stack a bit more. Gently begin to release out of this. First by restacking the legs if you move them, straightening the legs and rolling to the belly. And we'll plant the left fingertips at the front edge of the mat. Lift your torso up enough that you can thread your right arm underneath your collarbones, palm face down, and then lower back down. From here, it can be helpful to curl your toes under and kind of nudge your body forward. You can tuck your chin here. And then we'll press into the left hand and slide the right arm out. You can plant both elbows underneath shoulders in a sphinx form. Check that you're engaging through your pelvis too, pressing it down toward the mat to protect your low back. And just notice if there's a difference in sensation between left and right shoulder. Exhale to gently release, and we'll go to the other side. Left arm bent 90 degrees, palm face down. Roll to your left side. Left ear might land. Maybe you bend the legs. Maybe you catch your right ankle in your right hand and plant that foot in front of your left thigh and press hand into knee. None of these options are better than the other. It's just whatever seems most supportive for your body in this moment. Gently release, restacking legs, straightening legs, rolling to your belly. Right fingertips tent. And this time lift your torso, slide your left arm underneath. Again, we can tuck the chin, tuck the toes, maybe wiggle the hips forward if that feels supportive. Here for just a couple of breaths. Repress into the right hand, slide the left arm out. And from here, we're going to come back into a seat at the back edge of the mat. I'm going to invite you to conclude this round of movement first with some circling of your shoulders, maybe some looking left and then right, just inviting some looseness. And then with some conscious breath. So in any comfortable seated form, feel free to make any adjustments based off of what feels good to you right now. You can exhale fully from the lungs. And then take a breath that fills your lungs about halfway up. Then pause. And about halfway up again. Hold at the top. Make it a smooth transition to exhale fully through your nose. Inhale a third of the way up. Next third. Next third. Pause. Smooth transition to exhale. And finally, on your inhale, a fourth of the way up. Another fourth. Another. Last one. Pause, maybe let your chin tuck gently down. Exhale this time through the mouth, let it go. Find a neutral breath. And you're welcome to stay here as long as feels supportive for you, or to find any other movement or wiggles. This is your practice. I thank you so much for joining today. And I hope you found some nourishment within these movements, these breaths. Namaste.